Good day everyone, I am Vea Erica Iabeto and today I will be discussing all about the types of arts produced in the medieval period. First, ceramic art. Early medieval ceramics were hand-shaped rather than wheel-turned, producing cooking pots and jars, jugs and pitchers, and crucibles. Photo beside is an example of early medieval ceramics. Second, heraldry. It is the practice of designing and recording coats of arms and badges. The origins of heraldry stretch back since the ancient times. Warriors often decorated their shields with patterns and mythological motifs. Just like the given example, it is decorated with different patterns and mythological motifs. Third, illuminated manuscripts. Illuminated manuscripts were religious texts embellished with rich colors, which often feature the use of gold and silver. Fourth is the ivory carving. It is the carving of ivory by using sharp cutting tools, either mechanically or manually. Ivory has been used by people since the earliest times in all regions of the world, as a material to carve and fashion into utensils and objects of beauty, or with which to decorate items in the form of inlay. The use of ivory greatly diminished, in the West at least, in the 20th century when agreements and legislations were introduced to protect diminishing. Fifth, mosaic. Mosaic is the art of creating images with small pieces of colored glass, stone, or other material. An example of mosaic is named as Saint Isidore of Seville. This 14th century mosaic in St. Mark's Cathedral in Venice, Italy, depicts the voyage of Isidore from Alexandria, Egypt, to the island of Chios in the Aegean Sea. Sixth is sculpture. Gothic sculpture evolved from the early stiff and elongated style of statues used in Romanesque art. Photo below is an example of a Gothic sculpture in the Salisbury Cathedral. Seventh, stained glass. Stained glass are small pieces of glass arranged to form patterns or pictures which are held together by strips and supported by a rigid frame. One example of stained glass is a rose window. The north rose window of the Cathedral of Notre Dame, Paris, was built from 1240 to 1250. It is 129 meters in diameter and consists of brilliantly colored pieces of glass with lid around each piece, held in an iron framework, and the details in the religious scenes are painted on the glass. 8th, tapestry. It is a form of textile art traditionally woven on a vertical loom with rich color designs or scenes usually hung on walls for decoration. Photo below is an example of medieval tapestry. 9th is a fresco wall paintings. Fresco is a painting type which is executed in plaster on walls and ceilings. Frescoes are paintings made directly into a wall or ceiling while the plaster is still wet, and with this setting, the painting becomes an integral part of the wall. One example of fresco wall painting is the Lodge Judgment. And lastly, panel painting. It is a painting on a panel made of a single or several pieces of wood joined together. Panel painting was a normal form of support for painting until canvas became popular in the 16th century. Photo beside is an example of medieval panel painting.